Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, what a Friday it is today. It's an exciting Friday today.
A very eventful Friday. The
Wow.
eclipse has not even happened yet, and it is
And
just
this might eclipse the eclipse.
well, someone's hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take, but someone said to me earlier. I
That is
read
Cole's fault we
it
had an
on
earthquake.
Twitter. No, someone said that they feel that it's the lead up to the eclipse that all these bizarre things are happening.
Oh, gosh. All right. Anyway,
Something about the
this is
planets
Weeknights.
and whatnot, and I was just like, I don't know nothing about that. I'm sorry.
Neil deGrasse Tyson said all that shit is fake.
He did. He
Yep.
did. And
And now, oh, go ahead. Please,
I,
no.
I thank him because some
Oh,
people get a little carried away. I think it's fun. I don't care. Like the zodiac signs and stuff. That's fun stuff. But I think some people get a little carried away with it.
yep. Zodiac is life.
All right. So let's move on.
This is Weeknights.
Our weeknights.
We closing out the week strong today, man. Listen, let me
Ooh.
let y'all know before we even introduce ourselves. If you're
Mhm.
not a J. Cole fan, if you're not a hip hop fan, we'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you for watching and viewing these couple of seconds. We'll see you Monday with something else. But today it is going to be, because today is all about Cole, Cole's project, Cole's beef, Cole's response. Like it's Cole world today, you know?
Yeah.
So if you don't like any of that, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Thumbs up. We see you Monday.
Goodbye.
With that being said, oh, you got something to chime in?
I was just saying goodbye to those people.
Oh, right. Toodles. Uh, with that being said, let's get some intros popping. I'm JD, aka He Who Pods. Who are
Dash.
you?
I'm
Yeah.
Dash, aka Dashing D,
Right.
aka Cool Grandma Not Really. But not really. AKA, AKA,
AKA like trying to vamoose right now. You're getting lower and lower. Like, what's going on? She fell. No. Imagine you fell. Dead serious. That would have been mad funny.
to whom?
Everyone watching and listening
Right. I did not
who
fall.
heard a shoe.
I did not fall. I am okay. I would say thank you for your concern, but you weren't. You wanted to laugh, so.
I did want to laugh. Yeah.
But that's us, and we're here to talk about the things.
No, the thing.
Oh, the thing. I'm sorry. Yep.
The thing. So let's give context.
So, evidently,
Apparently,
apparently, J. Cole said it's time.
it's not time for the fall off, but it's
No.
time.
And he made sure to let us know the fall off is coming.
Yes, he did. Multiple times.
Yes. But he said, oh, I was doing this cute little vlog thing. You know, Kendrick put out this cute little verse. You know, why don't we give him some music? Why don't we give the people what they want?
And so at midnight, Cole just decided to press the green button or maybe the red button. I don't know what color his button was, but he pushed the button.
Definitely a big button, too.
And yeah, and
Like
he
the
pushed the
president
button
button.
like the Staples. Remember Staples had the easy button?
The easy button? Yeah.
Easy button was like this big. It was
It
just,
was huge. It was huge.
yeah, I didn't even know I had props nearby. Anyway,
You're right.
so Cole put out a project named after the vlogs that he's been putting out. It's called Might Delete Later.
Yep.
And this is 12 songs. And that came out at midnight. And man, the industry has been in a tizzy since then. And I want to start with something I haven't heard anyone say.
What's that?
The credit or the label for this album is not Dreamville.
What is it?
Cold World, which I've never seen before.
I was just about to say, has it ever been Dreamville?
It has definitely been Dreamville many times before.
Okay.
And I even went and checked just in case I was tripping.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not something I would know. So,
Because I would have came up here like Ella May and said, my bad for tripping on you. You know what I'm saying?
but can I just say real quick, because I said this to you off pod, and I think it's really funny, so I'm gonna say it to you on pod. Was this our Beyonce?
I mean, I found out by accident. Let me be honest. I was just on Weeknights YouTube, just looking at some analytics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, looked like Cole dropped a single because YouTube said, hey, man, hey, dog, you might want to check out this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. I was like, what? What is this? This a single? I said, oh, okay. 7-minute drill. That must be a single. All right. And then when I went to the YouTube, Cole's YouTube, I saw many more records. I said, wait a minute. Wait
Like
a
a whole
minute.
album?
Let me check the Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And Spotify told no lies today. There it was.
Yeah.
Full project, latest release.
Well,
And I started hitting, I'm going to be honest, I started just copy and paste and sending it.
right. So I heard it. I heard that there was an album from you, but I was on TikTok, so I knew that there was an album, right? And then I was on TikTok, just doom scrolling as they call it, and
Hardly minding your business.
hardly. And I see this post. So this is after I know there's an album. I see the post, and it's just an image, and it has a quote. I don't recall what the quote is now, but it had a quote, and then it had the title of a song. And I realized that the music in the background
Was
was
the song.
the song. And I'm like, is that a Kendrick diss? So I said, you know what? Let me go to the album. So I go to the album and I see that this song is number 12, right?
Of 12.
Of 12. And I am someone who, I mean, I don't know if I have some mild case of OCD or something, but I have to listen to things in order. Like, I can shuffle it later. But if this is the first time I'm hearing something, I like to hear it in sequence. It makes it just peace of mind. It makes me feel better.
Me too. Not so much for peace of mind, but because I want to hear it as the artist intended me to hear it.
Yeah, I just feel this way about most things. Like, I like things to go in order. So for me, I'm just like, and of course, I want to hear it that way as well. I shouldn't count that out because that's important to me as well. But mostly it's because I just need it to be in chronological order because that just makes sense to me. So I'm like, I gotta start from track 1. I can't start from track 12. I can, but I'm gonna start from track 1. So it's 3:00 in the morning when I should have been sleeping.
Yeah. Y'all see my toxic trait, right, listeners and viewers? I'm over here sending people music at 3 a.m.
Right. It's 3:00 in the morning, and I am listening to J. Cole at 3:00 in the morning.
Yes. That's what
I
I
listen
like to hear.
I listened to about, and that's why I asked, just for context. That's why I ask, is J. Cole our Beyonce? Because why in the world was I up at 3 a.m.
Well, let's
listening
review.
to J. Cole?
Let's review. Did you buy J. Cole tickets but not pay your rent?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Did you pre-order without knowing what was even coming in the pre-order?
I didn't do that either.
Okay. And my last question is,
Uh-huh.
did you go on the internet and start posting lyrics and breakdowns and quotes 15 minutes after it came out?
Now, as soon as I woke up this morning, I posted to the Weeknights story. I posted 7-minute drill. I
Yeah.
did. That was the first thing I did today. I was still in the bed, and I was like, I'm gonna post this because I know and you know, but do they know?
They need to know.
And do y'all know? I didn't know if y'all knew, and I wanted
Right.
to make sure y'all knew,
Right.
right? So 1 out of 3, he's
Then
like
maybe,
partially Beyonce,
maybe, maybe he's
or
partially your Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
maybe, maybe. But I listened to half the album. I did not listen to the whole thing at 3 o'clock in the morning because I do need my beauty rest, and I stopped there, and then I continued today. Once well, it was today, but I continued during daylight. So yes, but I do blame you.
I will gladly take the blame for that one.
Right.
Like
So let's
Akon, put the blame on me.
blame it on me. Yeah.
That's right. You could put that blame on me.
So let's get into it.
Right. 15 minutes later, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, 12 songs.
Yeah.
Surprise Cole project like he often does.
Uh-huh.
Even though technically there was a rollout. We just didn't know that's what the rollout was for. We
Right.
thought it was the rollout for Fall Off. And he fooled us.
He did. Or maybe
And
we just were in his business and
no, we weren't in his business. He was releasing vlogs.
well, he was releasing vlogs, but he didn't say it was the fall off.
He was talking about the Fall Off on all the vlogs. He wasn't saying nothing about this project. He said he had 6 iterations of the Fall Off.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think it was weird when I saw the music video clips. Like, I was like, this is clearly a music video.
Well, see, that's why I'm saying, you were trying to read into you are a part of the Coal Hive because that is
Oh, yeah.
exactly what Beyonce's Beehive does.
Oh, no, let's be
They,
clear. I am in no way saying I'm not down with the Cole fans. I am a Cole fan. Yes,
I know,
absolutely.
I know,
Dollar in
but
a
he is
Dream
your
tour.
Beyonce.
You know what I'm saying? Dollar in a Dream tour twice. You know what I'm
He is
saying?
your Beyonce is my point.
All right,
Because
listen, if that's what makes you sleep good at night, I will take that. But let me let you know, if Cole is my Beyonce, then I got a couple of Beyonces.
which is fine. That's
All
okay. You
right,
can
then
have
that's
more
it
than
then,
one.
All right. Well, so when you finally finished hearing the project, what were your thoughts?
I thought it was a solid album. I love the fact that the beginning of it is like smooth and like kind of cool and really vibey when he starts off. And then later on, like when you end the album, you end the album high energy. I love that. And I don't think I liked every song.
Okay,
One of the songs really reminded me of Drake.
okay, I can see that.
What was it? It was an acronym.
Oh,
Um,
HBT or HYT.
yeah. I know it's I don't know if it has a name.
I'm
But
telling you, that's the
no.
name.
Well, yeah, I know the song has a name.
HYB. Oh, it's called Hide Your Bitch
Yeah.
because Boss sings that in the chorus.
Yes.
Hide your wife, hide your bitch.
Has Boss worked with Drake before? Do you know?
I don't think so. He's Cole's artist. He was Cole's first artist.
It just sounds like something Drake did before. And so
Got it.
I'm not familiar with Boss. And that's not
Him and Cole have a lot of great records together. You could tell they have a great relationship. He's usually Boss. Cole is usually on Boss singles.
that's tracks 5, right?
You're asking a lot now.
I'm just making sure I'm
I
putting
ain't
the
even got
correct
the
song.
specs on him. You know what I mean? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that song reminded me of Drake. I know that style is not Drake's. Drake didn't create that. It just made me think of him because I guess I know that they're friends, and you know, and I know he tried to do that style. I don't know what it's called. That's why I'm saying it that way. But um, he tried to do that before, so it just made me think of him. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why, but well, I know why, but yeah, that's that. For no other reason than that. Um, but I thought it was a good album. I would like to listen to it again. I listened to it twice. I would like to listen to it again. Um, I thought it was a very easy listen. Um, I love Jermaine.
But
No, that wasn't
oh,
a but. I said it that way because I don't want to sound too like a girl with a crush because that's not that's not what we do here.
right.
But I don't know. I just always love his sound. Like I don't really have. I gotta be honest. Like I'm not one of the diehards that know every song and every lyric. So I don't
Oh,
want
so
to.
he's not your Beyonce.
It was oh fine. He's not. Maybe I don't have a Beyonce, but
Uh,
the reason I love listening to him and I've listened to a lot of his music. I don't want to. Um, I feel like you know more and you have experienced more when it comes to J. Cole. So I don't want to come up here and sound like I understand all the intricacies and the ins and outs and things like that. I feel like that's faking and I don't want to do that. But I love
never
J.
fake.
Cole. I love J.
Never fake.
Cole. I listen to J. Cole. I don't want to make it sound like I don't, because I absolutely do. But I just feel like I'm not like the diehard, like I know every word and I've been to the concerts and all of that. I feel like I was introduced to J. Cole later on than a lot of people were. So for me, I'm always, like I said when we spoke about the vlog that he was putting out, I'm always excited when he has music come out. I always run to it and um but yeah, I just don't want to make it seem like I know, oh my gosh, like this compared to middle child or whatever is, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to do that.
Got it.
I feel like that's your bag. So I'm sure the people are waiting to hear your flaming hot takes
Oh, that's
about.
it. That was your review. That was it.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was great. I don't have and I figured I'm not gonna go too much into track 12 because I figured that's a whole different section of the pod, right?
Yes. So you're gonna save that for the end. Yes.
Yeah, but I thought he was talking that shit on the album. I didn't have anything bad to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, since you asked, uh, first I like to say I thought it was great that Cole was kind of with the OGs on this project, right? So we know he's cool with Gucci. He's mentioned Gucci all throughout his career, but Gucci's on the album
Oh,
project. I don't know what this is called. I don't know if this is a mixtape or an album, but would you like to say something? I'm sorry.
I just Ari was on the is on the first song, and I love that. I love Ari. I just
Yes, Ari's
I,
there, and I thought that was good because I know Ari's been having a lot of things going on in the public and backlash, and we spoke about her stuff with the tour, so it was good to see her and Cole still rocking out.
yeah, I didn't mention it before, but yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by that. I was like, oh, a little Ari Lennox to start. Okay, I like that.
Right. Are there any other features you'd like to discuss before I go off?
No, you start, and then I'll just
And you're
jump in
just gonna
whenever.
keep cutting me off, right? Got it. Okay.
Oh, we're doing a podcast. We're having a
I
conversation.
know I'm joking, man. It's jokes because you just cut me off. All right, so it was good to
Oh,
see him with. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it was good to see him with like the OGs. He was with Gucci. He was with Cam. Traded Truth has a song named after him, and then he's on the end of the song.
Uh-huh.
That was really cool to see him with kind of the OGs. Uh, Clearly, cats he's cool with, cats he respects, cats he might even look up to.
Mhm.
That was really cool. I'm a little sad we didn't get a 50 feature, but I understand 50's busy. Cole and 50 used to be cool. I don't know if they still are, but it would have been cool to see that. I feel like that was
Like
kind of the
stuff like that, I
only.
wouldn't know.
50 is on Cole's second album on the deluxe,
Mm-hmm.
Born Sinner. Um, and I always say this is I don't have evidence of this, but one of 50's later hits came from J. Cole. J. Cole said on his first album, I beat the pussy up. I beat the pussy up.
Mm-hmm.
I beat the pussy up. That's the hook right there.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after, 50 Cent had a song with Jeremiah, and the hook was, I beat the pussy up.
I never thought about that.
Just stuff that I
I
would,
never made that connection.
just stuff. So
But
yeah, they're
I'm
homies.
familiar with both, but I never
I'm
made
sure
that
Cole
connection.
let him have that. I've always felt that. Now that we're here, I'll say it publicly. But I felt like 50 was the only one kind of missing. And I feel like it's time for one of two things. On the fall off, I want to either hear another J. Cole and Jay-Z song together. We haven't had one in a long time.
Okay.
Or if we don't get that, I would really truly like to hear a Nas and Cole song together.
Mm.
I feel like it's long overdue, especially since Nas responded / did the remix to Let Nas Down all those years ago. I feel like where's the Nas and Cole song? But that's just me being a fanboy, as the kids say. Now,
I mean, fanboy all you want, okay? This is your Beyonce.
anywho, so yeah, it was cool to see those OGs. I would like to see him with Nas or Hove again next time. That would be really cool. It's been a minute. Clearly, he still has a rapport with Jay-Z. He mentions Jay-Z several times throughout the project, and we'll get to that in a minute too. But um, what else is featured? Boss. There was a lot of Boss. I gotta be honest. I didn't need all of this Boss. I like Boss, honestly, but it was like J. Cole didn't want to sing, so he's like, "Hey, Boss, come here real quick. Come here, sing this real quick." I knew it on like the song you were talking about. I could tell Boss was coming. Bless you.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell Boss was coming as I was listening to it. I said, Boss is gonna sing this hook, I bet you. And here came Boss, and I'm not mad. Boss should get all the
Not,
money and all
not
the
you.
notoriety, but I don't need Boss on every other song. Like he's
Not you
cool.
with the headphones and going, Boss must be coming.
I'm serious. I'm dead ass. It was like
So
4:30 in
funny.
the morning. I was at work and nobody was there with me, but I was like, I bet you Boss is gonna sing this hook. And just seconds later, who came on? Boss. It's all right, dude. I appreciate you and your contributions, but we don't need this much Boss on one project. All right. So that's number one. Number two, I really enjoyed hearing him on Ready. They call it Ready 24 for this song. It's a Dipset song that is super popular from a mixtape, which later became an album called Diplomatic Immunity. Super cool.
I know diplomatic immunity.
That what?
I said I know diplomatic immunity.
Holler. So you should know I'm ready. It was super cool to hear Cole on that. Made me think of Cole when he was doing like the warm up and mixtape Cole rapping on a bunch of industry stuff. That was really cool. Clearly, Cam gave his blessing. It was nice to hear Cam.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. I was very surprised. More surprised than Ari Lennox, obviously. I was pleasantly surprised to hear Cameron on. Oh my gosh. Because you know what? I, I don't know. When I think of Cameron, and this people are going to think that I'm wildly disrespectful. When I think of Cameron, I think of horse and carriage.
Oof, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, like I
That was
wasn't.
almost that was like 30 years ago.
I am aware of how
Okay.
long ago this was. But that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I never followed Cameron's career. Like, after that, I wasn't tapped in at all. Like, the
But you
way
were,
I'm
because you
saying,
say you know diplomatic immunity.
yeah, but not, uh, yes, but like not like that. Not like this. Like, you see how J. Cole's album came out and I already heard it? I mean, we do a podcast, but even if we didn't, I probably would have already listened to it, you know? Like, when I say tapped in, I mean I am actually like actively seeking out this person's music and whatnot. So yes, I know diplomatic immunity, but as far as like following Cameron throughout his career and whatever, I really didn't do that beyond
Okay,
the beginning.
understood.
So, but when I heard, I said, "Oh," because now I guess, and maybe I shouldn't even say when I think of Cameron, I think of that. But what I should say is now, when I think of Cameron, I think of him and Mace doing their show. I don't even think, and I of course he's a rapper, and like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying at all that he was not important in that space, but I'm just today, like, when we think of Cameron, well, when I think of Cameron, I'm thinking more of his show that he does with Mace and all of that. So hearing him just was a pleasant surprise. I was like, oh my gosh, well, hello there, hey
Right,
stranger.
and right,
That's how that
and
felt
it
to
was
me.
cool to hear him still be able to play with some flows.
Yeah,
Because
I
at first he
liked
came
it.
on and kind of was like, it kind of felt like, all right, I'm gonna just do this because I'm here.
Yeah,
You know, why not? But then you could tell he kind of was getting into it. I said,
yeah,
all right, Cam, letting him know he still got a little something, something in the tank. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I like that. I did. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot. I think that's one that I listened to. I listened to it a couple times last night, but I don't think I listened to that one today. So yeah. Well, it was all today. I keep saying.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Long
Just
week, guys.
continue to blame me. You know what I'm saying?
Long
Just
week. Just
continue to blame me. And the
yeah.
3 a.m. J. Cole
Literally been the
text
same day.
message links. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so that was really cool. Oh, going back to the song you like, Hide Your Bitch.
I didn't. That's not what I said.
That's not what it's called? Hy.
No, I never said I liked it.
Oh, well, whoever that last guy was, I didn't need him on it either. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if he was like from London or the UK via the Bahamas. He had a lot going on with his accent.
Okay,
And
so it wasn't. So then it's not Boss I was talking about. I was talking about that guy.
oh, Boss sings the hook.
No, I'm talking about the guy that you're talking about.
All right, let's get his name because I don't, even though I didn't need him on the song, he did well. His name is Central Scene. Central Scene. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me sounded like European hip hop.
Yeah,
It has
I
a
didn't.
specific sound, and that's why I was saying I don't know what it's called,
I just didn't need another verse from him.
but that
He
reminds
did
me.
well. I'm just saying, like, I didn't need anybody else but Cole, and I already had Boss. I definitely didn't need another.
Yeah,
I'm hating,
which is
to be
fine,
clear,
but that was the
but he
part that
did well.
made me think of Drake.
Understood. And now, while I'm hating, let me just get my hate off. It's really hard for me to keep listening to niggas do the same flow the whole project, and a lot of the features had the same flow, and so it really made me feel like, oh, why are these niggas here? I know it's the popular flow. I know. I do music. I'm a nobody, but I also do music. And I know I'm not popular like Boss or J. Cole, but I
Nobody beats the
understand.
Wiz.
I understand that that's a popular flow to use, but I don't need to hear it every song that somebody is featured on, while Cole is also doing that same flow for half the project. It was like, all right, this is a lot of this flow. and I'm hating. I'm being clear. I know I sound old. I know I sound like I'm not tapped in. I just enjoy when people switch up flows. And that's what made me like this project even more.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I started feeling like, all right, are we going to switch up the flow? Bam! Cole switched up the flow. I was like, oh, yeah, that guy, he be knowing. And I felt very excited when I heard him switch up them flows. I said, all right. Because Cole at this point has two specific flows he uses. They're kind of his default flows, right? He's got like the fast kind of like middle child kind of rap that he did, right? He's got that one. Then he's got his other flow that's a little more slow, a little more direct.
Mm-hmm.
Those are kind of his two default flows. And I appreciate both of them. But I like that Cole came on here and made sure that we understood there were more flows coming. Another thing I appreciate was Cole having Absol and Daylight on this project. Their back and forth was interesting. Now, I'm a little spoiled. I grew up in the Styles P and Jadakiss era. So the bar is pretty high when people do back and forths in verses. But they did well. I appreciate that he's showing love to Ab, who does not get enough credit, in my opinion. And it was cool to see Daylight, who's known as a battle rapper, who's also a lyrical guy and got skills. It was very cool to hear them rapping on Pie. And Cole gave them plenty of time. I'll be honest, I didn't think Cole was coming on at one point. I was like, wow, Cole is really letting them rock. Like he's like, yo, go ahead, niggas, let your nuts hang. I don't care. And just when
Let
I
your
thought,
nuts hang.
hey, maybe Cole is just gonna say thanks, fellas,
He
or
let his
talk some
nuts
shit
hang
on the
too.
outro. Cole came with like a 2-minute verse, and I forgot all about them.
He
I
let his
forgot
nuts hang
all
too.
about them after that verse. I was like, wow, okay, whoa,
Them nuts is hanging.
wow, dragging them. You feel what I'm saying? Those nuts are dragging on the floor.
Woo. Mm-hmm.
Mucho cojones.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay? And I also really like that. I think that Cole had a really good balance of beat selection. I know, like Nas, he gets picked on about his beat selection. He had songs that had very dominant beats, like 3001, right? That's what it's called? 3001? Yeah.
I feel like I need to
3001.
listen to this more. How many times did you listen to this?
Mind your business, okay?
Because I don't know the
Mind,
song as
mind your
intimately as you do.
business. Mind your business, okay?
You've
I heard
listened
it.
to that at least 6 times.
I heard it plenty of times.
I could tell because
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
when we talk about albums, you'd be like, "But what was that? What was the one?"
Nah, this is different. This is
You know
Cole.
everything.
Like
But this is
this is
because he is
Cole,
your
and it was
Beyonce.
a heater. And to be honest, this is another thing. 3001 is from the vlog. So Crocodile Tears is the song we hear
Mm-hmm.
in the first vlog
Yeah.
in volume 1, and 3001 is the song we hear in volume 2 where he's like riding the bike with the
Yeah.
blue
I
shirt
remember
on.
Crocodile Tears.
Yeah, that's 3001. But I was saying he did a great job where he has beats that are really powerful and dominant, make me like, God damn, like 3001. But he also had songs like Pie, where Pie was really just a soulful sample playing while these niggas was going bananas.
Yeah.
And there was a couple songs like that throughout the track. Like we spoke about Ready, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Pie is another one. I don't know all the sample ones, but there are soulful samples playing that is kind of just letting the sample play while Cole goes nuts. It gives a good focus on his lyrical ability and what he's doing. Sometimes cats have so much going on with the beat that it's like, this beat is nuts. I don't even know what this nigga is saying, but this beat is nuts. And when you're a lyrical guy, sometimes you want to stray away from those beats to let your lyrical prowess and your cadence and all of that stuff get some extra shine. And I like that he did that. I'm sure he's going to receive criticism for it, but I like that he did it.
Well, that's all that matters.
Overall, I am pleased with this project. It was
Oh.
balanced. Although he was beating his chest most of the project. We still got songs like, hide your bitch, and Fever, where, a little something for the ladies to vibe out to, some vibey tunes for the ladies, or
Mhm.
for the kickback, something that you could just
You
say, all
gotta have
right,
a little something for the kickback.
gotta have a little something for the kickback. And so Cole had a balanced project, even though he was beating his chest and letting us know damn near every record that he is in his prime and he's the best rapper out right now, and then nobody on the planet go fuck with him, and that the fall off is coming soon.
Listen,
Uh,
talk your shit, okay?
he did, but
It's
I like that
like
he
I
still was
always.
able. Oh, you first,
I was gonna say it's like I always say, like bring that energy.
and he did. That he did.
Just bring it.
That he did.
I'm here for it. Like that's gonna get me a little bit more excited about listening to it. I want to hear the confidence. I want you to think you're the best rapper alive, even if you're the
So,
worst rapper alive, and he's nowhere close to that. But I'm just saying, I want you to think
Dylan, 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 and
and
Dylan. I spit hot fire.
okay, like let the people know you spit hot fire.
And
Okay,
he did do that.
let
He did do
everybody
that.
know. So I do appreciate that. Listening to the album, I'm like, yep, yep, you
Yes,
do, because
yes,
because because you know what that creates that fosters the buy-in. Like even if you didn't think so, you almost have to. It's like he's telling you that you have to believe that
yes.
because I said it, so it's true.
Right.
I don't know.
So it is
I
said, so it is written, so it shall come to pass.
exactly. That's what he's like. Listen, I don't. I tried to tell you before. I'm gonna tell you again. Like it is me and I am him.
Slim with the tilted rim on 20-inch rims.
Jigga, jigga, that ninja.
He got it from Snoop though, but yes.
I know he got it from Snoop, and I learned that from you. But I know he got it from Snoop. But it's still, you
Yes,
know.
that's listen, in New York, that's what we go
If
to.
y'all go to war with me, I'll go to war with y'all.
Are we ready to speak about war?
Perfect segue.
Then let's do it.
Yeah.
So
You know all the words?
I know enough,
Because I don't, but
I know enough of the
all the,
words,
I had work today, so I had to
He s- he
not
said your
learn the
album
words.
he said your album was trash. I literate like I can't spell.
Oof. Cole, Jermaine.
Yeah. He said he, s- he said my jack is blowing up. Cole showed his age on this project. He said some things I was like, that's old right there. Like I know Cole is damn near 40, but he's letting us know he's damn near 40.
Relatable,
Uh, and that he heard everything that was said.
right?
So, you know, context, right? Let's start with context.
Oh yeah, give it to us because
Um,
I know you don't listen to that at least 20 times. So
yeah,
please
I already lost count of how many times
break
I
it
know that.
down for us. I will chime in where I feel it's necessary, but you go for it. Matter of fact, I should be the one laying back today.
You should be like laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Rolling down
Um,
the street, smoking. All right,
right.
let's go.
I didn't even know this was gonna be a Snoop pod. Anyway,
And
so the last song on the project is called 7 Minute Drill. And
that it is.
let's just pause for a moment before we get to that. Um, you know, many moons ago, like November, if I'm correct, Drake and J. Cole did a song called First Person Shooter. And there were lots of things said in Cole's verse about being the GOAT. We're the top three, but not really, because it's just me and my guy staring at each other. Um, we got long range pistols, and he said multiple times he's the GOAT. He called himself Muhammad Ali.
He did.
Um,
I was there for that.
Yeah, he said a lot of things in that verse. I'm not gonna quote it all, but y'all could go back and listen. And like 2-3 weeks ago, that was on Drake's For All the Dogs album. Like 2-3 weeks ago, Future and Metro Boomin, they dropped the album called We Don't Trust You. And the viral song that everybody knows by now, it was called Like That, where Kendrick came on and responded to both J. Cole and Drake. And
That he
I
did.
gotta be honest, when we first came on here, I thought he was mostly responding to Drake. But
Mhm.
after listening to both songs way more, he is directly responding to J. Cole's lyrics as well. A lot of people feel the only thing he said was, fuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me. But
Right.
there was more than that. He
Okay.
responded to the first person shooter thing. He said a lot of stuff. And
Well, come on,
well
Cole.
well
Let
Cole
it
heard
go.
him.
Yeah.
And J. Cole heard him. And he responded with a 7-minute drill. That's how he decided to close out this project. And he did some interesting things on this song. Um, he paid homage
Mhm.
to Jay-Z by using by using the album breakdown that Jay-Z once did to Nas. He did that to Kendrick.
Mhm. I caught
Um,
that.
yup.
I
He
caught that because I one thing I am is a Jay Z fan.
uh he he did the new trend where we switched the beat. It's a lot of people doing that the last couple years where, just when you start liking the song, a whole new beat comes on and maybe possibly a better song.
How do you
He
feel
did
about
that.
that in general?
I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends. Um, for this, I liked it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But he did that, so that tells us that he's being trendy.
Yeah.
Um, and if you listen to,
J. Cole being trendy just sounds like not for
well,
real.
I think
I
I think this project J. Cole showed us throughout the project, and
Mhm.
definitely on this song,
Yeah.
that he's paying attention. He
Yeah.
knows how Drake raps. He knows how Drake composes his songs. He knows how the industry is doing things. I think he pays attention and also wants to remind us that, hey, I grew up on the OGs too, and I'm gonna use some of their shit in here too. And so I think
It's
he
just
showed us all of
nice.
that. I agree. I think
Shows
that's
his
super
range.
fly. Um, and so he did all of that in one diss record. Um,
Yeah.
so he he spoke about how he feels about Kendrick's career, his albums, and how he ranks them and where he was at the time.
I love that part.
And
I mean, obviously, but I, I love that
it
part.
was, yeah, it was fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I got to be honest, I felt a little validated because I remember when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, and I said, "This is not great."
Yeah.
In fact, this is really just a Dead Prez album by Kendrick. Dead Prez been doing this for years. I'm not really super impressed. And a lot of people tore me up about that, including my boy Days. Shout out to Days. We also had a 3 a.m. J. Cole chat. Um, and
Well,
hold on.
okay. Go
I
ahead.
thought it was, I felt kind of excited when Cole
Mhm.
said your second album was shitty, and people just hyped it way too much. That second album was To Pimp a Butterfly. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, so I know these are not, the finest of lyrical critics and whatnot, but I was on X. Fuck it, I was on Twitter earlier today because, like, who
It's Twitter.
the hell is X? Anyway, I was
It's
on
Twitter.
Twitter. It's like Kanye. Nobody's gonna call you that. Anyway, so I was on Twitter earlier, and dare I say, I was in the Black Twitter streets, and this really sparked debate. You know,
Okay.
he really he got people, because some people are like, oh man, finally I could say I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been saying I didn't like that.
But then you
To
have
Pimp a
other people who are
Butterfly,
like,
it's not
wait,
a bad album.
you
Let's be
didn't like
clear.
that album? You know how people now is a part of, you're a part of the collective. They're
Right.
like, wait, we really didn't like that album? It's just like, it's kind of funny
It's
that.
not a bad album. My thing was, I think it was a bad follow up to his first project.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally understood what he was trying to do. But my thing is, if you're gonna make a Dead Prez album, do it with Dead Prez, or at least feature Dead Prez. Like, you made this basically Dead Prez album. I mean, where's Dead Prez? Like, you bit their whole shit, and I thought that was really weird, and I didn't really appreciate that. The album does not suck, but
Yeah.
it was super overhyped. Like, nah. It was like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I can't believe that Kendrick did this. This is the super flyest shit ever. And I was like, Dead President's been doing this for like 20 years. But what are you talking about?
Well, when someone has already built up a certain momentum, you know, like people tend to. It's kind of like we talk about with like the biggest, the biggest of the big, right?
Okay.
Where it, you build up from whatever maybe happened previously. People thought it was amazing, cool. By the time you come back, if you're popular enough, by the time you come back, it honestly probably doesn't matter what you did, because most people will continue to ride the wave with you. A lot of people won't come out and say, well, as we see now, where people are like, oh, well, I really didn't like that project. Well, why didn't you say it then? You know?
Because since Kendrick has come out, and I say this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
people dick ride and overhype Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I always compare Kendrick to LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
And today, people probably are not going to like this. But when LeBron James first came out, it was that he was the best shit since sliced bread.
I
And there
remember
are
when.
plenty of other great people who are out. And what people do is, it's like, nah, not Steph Curry, LeBron. Okay, but Steph Curry's also good. Nah, LeBron. Okay, but what about this other guy? Nah, LeBron. And that's what people do with Kendrick. It's like, there are other talented people. We are not saying he's not talented. We acknowledge that he's great, but it's like, no, he's the greatest ever. And you gotta admit it. And nobody else comes close. It's like, no, no, stop, 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 stop.
Well,
And
that's
that's why I
what I
compare
think.
him very often to LeBron James, because that is what people did immediately when Kendrick came out.
Yeah.
And
So
so once you're on the train,
right. So you don't really get a good, if your goal is to see how see the quality of your work, you don't always get that, because people are going to ride the wave
sure,
regardless.
right,
People are going to say it's great just to be a part of the thing, just be like, oh, everybody's saying this is great, so it
right,
must be right. Like, I can't think for myself to think that
right,
no, it wasn't. I could have come up here today and say that this album was trash, and people would crucify me for saying that, you know? I mean, I think both of us, we have a platform here. We try to be honest about
yeah.
what we
I mean,
really
I
think
just
of
gave
things.
my likes and dislikes of the album.
Yeah. So, I think it's that. But that's
I
just me.
like
I
that
thought
Cole
that was
kept it
interesting.
real and said, "This is what I think of all your albums." He did credit him with the first one being a classic. He said the third one, which is Damn, being massive. Um,
Mm.
I thought it was great that he did that again while paying homage to the Jay-Z Nas diss. I gotta be honest though, two things before we continue to talk about the record. Number one, Cole's discography is not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that does leave you open for criticism. That's number one. And number two, in this beef where people are already choosing sides, I don't know if that was the smartest move as far as
Mm-hmm.
strategy, because you kind of like paid homage to Jay-Z, who was dissing Nas, and maybe Nas will now side with Kendrick, and that would be bad.
Wasn't even thinking about that, but yes,
You
yes.
use the same. I mean,
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
yeah, I don't think Nas would do that, but I'm just saying it's a lot of
You
choosing
never
going
know.
on right now.
You never know.
I feel like in the middle of this beef, we just need Fab to do another video and another run of his song "Choosy." You know what I'm saying? Just come through.
Choosy, choosy, choosy.
That's right. Him and Jeremiah. Um, but
Uh,
yeah, so I thought that was cool, but I will be honest, Cole got to be careful because doing that, it does leave you, you slipped the jab, but it left you open for something else. So gotta be careful because that was not like that was it was a little risky right there.
well, I don't I don't want to platform this person, but someone well known, someone who I think has a good grasp on music, and hip hop specifically. But someone said that J. Cole issued a warning shot.
Well, that's what he said.
Is that yes, he said it, but so are we to understand that this is just the light work? This
That's
is
what he says in the beginning of the
this
song. Light
is
work, light work. This shit's
he
like
does
light
say light
work.
work.
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. I'm just saying he came back at him, but not completely is what I'm trying to say.
I think that this record was Cole saying, "Hey, I am totally down for lyrical beef. I am not afraid. I welcome it. In fact, let's go, buddy. Even if it's going to hurt my feelings a little bit." Because he said, "I don't want to kill my brother. I got a lot of love for him. But if you got to go, you got to go." You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I think this is Cole. This is Cole saying, "All right."
Like he went, I'm going easy on you. I'm not gonna go
I
full
think this
throttle.
was the opposite. I think this was saying, "I'm responding, but don't make me mad because I got a lot of music ready to go and I have no problem continuing this."
You think they're too nice to each other?
Cole and Kendrick?
Yeah.
No, I think it's on. I think that's what Cole was saying. I think in the words of Jay-Z, he's saying from there I sense the beef was on.
But I hmm,
Sometimes in lyrical warfare, you don't bring out your best shit first,
okay, that's
right?
fair.
And so I'm not saying Cole can do better or cannot do better. I'm just responding to what you're saying.
Yeah, no,
Cole is saying on the record, I got plenty more and I'm better than you. So it's whatever you want to do. Now, do we know if Cole could come back with a better diss? We don't know. This is to me what makes this exciting. We have not seen Kendrick or Cole in a rap beef. And so where we already like rap beef, it's always interesting when there's somebody who's like, oh, okay, we know Jadakiss. He been to war plenty of times. All right, we know Beanie Siegel. All right, we know Pusha T. All right, we know, whoever, right? We know there's people who have been in beefs, won, lost, whatever. We know what they're capable of. These are arguably the two of the top dogs right now. I mean, I would say probably the two top lyrically. I don't know. I'm gonna say from the mainstream because Black Thought is Black Thought. Like, let's be
right.
clear.
Yeah,
There's others, but I'm just
there's
saying
other.
Black Thought is Black Thought. Let's relax. But um, arguably two of the top dogs, right? So in mainstream hip hop, it's them two probably. I don't think Drake comes close as far as lyrical prowess. So that being said,
Not for
for
a
these
long
two
time.
behemoths to be going at it, it's Godzilla and King Kong for real. Now, do I think this is going to be like other beefs? We said this already before, but just to reiterate, do I think this is going to be a fight at catch state? No, I don't think that. No, I don't think Cole is gonna be at an LA show and get jumped or nah. I think this is all just music, and I don't see it going any other way. But to me, it's extra exciting because we don't know. Now Cole is saying, "I'm better than you. My music is better than yours. I got plenty of music I could drop right now, and you have not been putting out great music." I quote, he only dropped a hot verse about every 30 months.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah, what's up?
What do you think Kendrick is doing right now? You think
Oh,
he's
come
he's
on.
you think he
Come
wait?
on.
Let me ask you.
He,
Do you think he's putting up his auntie clothes in the closet, or you think that he's working on a verse?
I think Kendrick is
Working on
coming
a diss
back with a
track.
song. I don't think it's going to be another verse. I
You think
think
it's gonna?
Kendrick is going to come back with a song.
You think it's gonna be
Now, will
super?
it be some super long freestyle with no hook? I don't know how he's going to compose it. But I don't think there's any way that Kendrick hears this and doesn't respond. I think when Kendrick did the Like That verse, he knew what he was signing up for.
He was sparking it. He was sparking it.
No, no,
But
no, no, no. He didn't.
no,
He
I
already
didn't
played.
say he was. I didn't say he started it. I said
Oh,
he
okay.
was sparking it.
All right. I
What I
mean,
mean
that's
is
a synonym, but I'm with you.
he sure, but I'm what I'm trying to say is he lit the fire.
Yeah, Kendrick said, "I heard
However,
that shit you said, nigga."
right, but this wave that is happening right now, he lit the fire, and here comes Colt, which is fine. I'm not saying
Oh, I don't view it that way.
okay.
I think Cole was waiting. I
For
think
Kendrick
Cole
to say
was
something.
meticulous. I
Okay.
think Cole was. I think first person shooter
Hmm.
was Cole saying, "Hey, go ahead and jump and watch what I do,"
Okay.
because he even says that on 7 Minute Drill. He says, "Go ahead and jump."
I just didn't listen to it 55 times the way you did.
I
So
understand. I'm
I don't
saying I'm not.
remember every.
I'm
I'm kidding.
saying that.
I'm kidding.
I'm saying that
I'm
on
just
first
kidding.
person shooter, my
I'm just
opinion
messing with you.
is that Cole was setting it up
No, I hear what you're
and was
saying.
and was putting himself in a position where I have been saying I'm the best.
Uh huh.
I have been saying I'm not scared of anybody and nobody can out rap me. So
Mhm.
if Kendrick decides to respond, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Right.
And so Kendrick heard that and
Mhm.
said, hey, I heard that shit you said. Fuck you and your mans. And now
Okay.
Cole said, all right, great. Now I get to show niggas I'm the best. I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying I think this is the mindset of Cole. I don't know what happens next. I don't
Mhm.
know who's gonna win. I'm not even placing bets because these dudes are not battle rappers. We don't have a report card to go off of. So it's possible that Kendrick bodies Cole. It's also possible that Cole bodies Kendrick. What we do know right now is the features are over. It's now time to step in the ring. Cole has launched an onslaught. It's now Kendrick's turn to fight back. And I'm
Okay.
here for it. I
Me
got a
too.
lot of popcorn.
Me
A
too.
large, buttery popcorn.
I just got to catch up and listen to it 50 more times.
Go listen. Go listen.
But okay. Different question.
All right, last question, because it's an hour now.
Mhm.
All right.
What you think Drake did today?
Oh, I think Drake is super excited. He dodged the bullets. Drake is Drake probably remember when he said, "Y'all gonna make me send bottles to Charlemagne." He probably sent mad bottles to Jermaine. He probably sent a whole case of good liquor to Jermaine. And with a note that said, "Thanks."
Thanks, bud.
Just all caps. Thanks. It might have even not been a thank you note. It might have just been a picture of Kendrick Lamar.
It's not thank me later. It's thank you now.
Thank you now, right? Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I gotta be honest. Now that Cole has done this, I don't want to hear nothing from Drake. I don't want to hear Drake put out a diss record because now y'all jumping Kendrick and I'm gonna get mad. I might respond to Drake for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think Drake is gonna get tired of this and be like, over here, over here?
I don't want it though. I don't
I know
want it.
you don't want it, but I'm just
If
saying.
if
I
Drake
feel like
if
Drake gets
Drake
FOMO.
finally respond, because as we've said here before, Kendrick has been dissing Drake for years and he has not responded. If he responds now, he's a bitch.
Well, I was just about to say
And,
that.
and I hope that somebody else gets mad if that happens and says, "Oh, hey Kendrick, tag me in, bro. I still got some shit I want to say." You know, somebody named
Oof, oof.
Push.
What a mess. What bloodshed.
Because it got to be
Once,
2-on-2.
once,
Y'all can't jump Kendrick.
once
Listen,
all of them, once all of
I'm
them
not
are
the
in the
biggest
mix.
Kendrick fan, but you can't jump Kendrick. If it's 1-on-1, then it's 1-on-1. But if Drake comes with a full diss record, then I think it's all love and what's it called? All fair and love and war. If Kendrick tags somebody in too. And I wonder what kind of phone calls Ab Soul and Kendrick are having right now. Because Ab Soul is a former label mate and I believe friend of Kendrick. And I wonder what kind of phone calls he's having with Kendrick and what kind of phone calls Ab Soul is having with Cole. Because he probably ain't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, well,
It's messy, and I'm here for it.
I love the mess. I
I
love
love it.
it. I love it.
I look forward to whatever happens next. And before we go, we were saying we're probably gonna have to wait a long time for a response from Cole. Cole came
He
back
did
in
say
2 weeks with some fire.
He said, "Oh, I had this music in the truck anyway. Let me just add a little something to
Let
this.
me just throw a little. Let me just put a little extra pepper on this. You know what I'm saying?
Just, what? Could y'all turn turn that up? Let's run that back one more time.
Let's go.
So
Now, here's my
really
question.
excited.
You, I think Kendrick is responding. You agree?
Yes, I
How
think
long?
because I think to your point, he did a verse on a song. And now that J. Cole has come out with an album, and part of this whole rollout is this track, I think he has to respond with
Full
his own
track.
song, and yeah, and I think he will. I think he's more than capable, so I think he
Oh
will.
yeah, I agree. I agree totally.
Yeah,
How long you think it takes before we get the Kendrick this?
I don't know because I don't know how Kendrick moves.
I gotta be honest. I think all of these guys are super smart and meticulous. I would not be surprised if the album that's coming out next Friday, Metro Boomin and Future, We Still
This
Don't Trust
good.
You, has a
This
solo Kendrick song where Kendrick is dissing Cole the whole song.
I
Maybe
hope that's
Future
true.
just sings the hook.
I hope that's true because that sounds like a good time. That sounds like what should happen.
That would be
Um,
fun. I'm
yeah,
instigating everything.
you are, but I like that. I think that I think that would be the way to go. I mean, why not? It's a perfect. First of all, the album title is perfect.
Yes.
It's
Even though
not
it's
his,
about Drake. But yeah.
and that's fine. But let's just pile on at this point. Like
Right.
what, whatever. It is what it is. So. Well, yeah, this is exciting. I'm glad you're excited that you got your Beyonce and yeah. I mean, thank you so much for all of your J. Cole lore and
Gotta break it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
exactly because I'm not the right person to do that. So I appreciate that you carried this discussion.
Happy to
And
help.
listen, I love hip hop. So I'm always going to be here for the beef. I'm always going to be here for the conversation. But I know when to slide over and let somebody drive. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Thank you
All right,
for
well,
that.
you're welcome. Drive us out of here.
Well, This has been another episode of Weeknights, and it's Friday, so we will not see you again until Monday. Hope everybody has a good weekend, and I hope that everybody on the East Coast is okay after the earthquake and the
That was
aftershocks.
just cold. It's cold shaking shit up. That's all.
Listen, as I'm sitting here and we are recording, it looks like there was yet another aftershock while we were recording. So I hope everybody's okay, because
Right.
some people are feeling it a little bit more than others. So I hope everybody's all right. But yeah, that's our show, and we will see you on Monday.
Adios.
Bye.